Wants to try and hold off the rotations. Oscar's gone. Chris isn't. Op still in the picture. Op still very much in the round. Oh, Chris! He's found 3. It's down to a 2-on-2. Chris, can he close this with an ace? Oh my God! The Wolf of Wall Street gets an ace.
Really gonna take this fight again. It's Greek versus Zorp, and precise as always. It won 6 in a row. And he's got 2 in a row. 4.
Sending his man in. Yeah, see another for Rob. Hey,
What happened to Mouz? If you spent 5 seconds on HLT forums or on Twitter, you probably know that Mouz are hated by basically everyone. Most people call them oralist, boring, or Israel's greatest soldiers. And if you have been watching CS for longer than 2 years, you probably remember that this wasn't the case. The lineup was mostly the same, but people had something to root for. An underdog, a promising new IGL from Poland called siuhy, who just took his tier 2 team to the major finals and has also been on Mouz's own academy team for 2 years, which is the most successful academy team of all time. Torzsi, who has been looking really good at this point. Xertion, a player that was scared of stages but looked insanely good. And the rest were players that had huge potential to be better than they currently are. But after Mouz kicked siuhy, not only did they lose half of their fan base, but also their soul. Mouz without siuhy has no player that you can root for. They brought in Spinx, the player that literally got replaced by Robs on Vitality and instantly started an era. And that's Mouz's best rated player, by the way. Nowadays we know that torzsi is mediocre, brollan is a mediocre IGL, jimpphat fell off, xertion is still scared of stages and is a super Zionist, and spinx, nobody likes spinx. And this was an issue with the siuhy roster as well, because none of the players are really that great. They had potential, but weren't great. Mouz are known as the FaZe Academy. All of their star players went to FaZe. Robs, Frozen, and the greatest IGL of all time, Karrigan, all went to FaZe. At one point, Mouz had great players. Now they have no one.
Okay, the reason why Mouz isn't accomplishing what this lineup can accomplish is because they're too woke. They're too woke.
Mouz are the cocks of CS. They've been to so many stages, so many finals, and have never won anything of importance. How can a team that keeps choking on the big stages have any aura? They had multiple chances to do something. Okay, they won Cluj-Napoca, but that barely counts. It was off a honeymoon with brollan, not to mention the event had all the top 4 teams missing, and after that they've been miserable. There was a time in 2025 when people were actually cheering for Mouz because they wanted Vitality to lose so bad, but it just never happened because they are just losers.
I'm out on Mouz, it's weird because I don't like the people. The people are fine. I think that they're a bit of a nothing burger when they play. There was a discussion about this on the forums, right? And there was this opinion that I saw because the discussion was around Mouz and why they don't have any fans. This comment, and I don't remember the user who made it, he said people cheer for legends, stars, or underdogs, and Mouz are none of them.
Mouz lack any identity whatsoever. It's if ChatGPT assembled a CS team, Mouz's roster would show up. The players have no chemistry, it just feels like they're there for their 9 to 5 job and don't actually enjoy to play the game. Mouz basically have no fans, and all the fans they still have are the leftovers from 2019, when they still had an identity and a decent roster. They have no stars, they aren't underdogs anymore. And they're definitely not legends. The team isn't even young anymore. So what identity does Mouz have? Recently, Mouz have tried the villain gimmick.
Yeah, boo us more, come on. I can't hear you boys, loud. Fuck off, fuck off.
And that ended up badly. So what do Mouz have left? Nothing really. They can keep this roster and continue being boring and having no fans. Or they can actually make changes and make this team watchable and get some fans. The lack of identity even shows up on their social media pages. The stuff they post is straight up from 2016, and everyone just ratios them on Twitter. The whole org seems like it's stuck in 2016 and they're just not up to the times. It also doesn't help that every star player they had, they ended up selling. So even if they got a decent roster and you became a Mouz fan, you would probably know that the player isn't gonna end up on your team for longer than 2 years anyways. But do we really hate Mouz because of all of these things? Or is something other at play? People deep inside wanna hate on something together. That's why you clicked on this video. The title, the thumbnail, Mouz. We really just can't help ourselves. First it was Astralis, then it was Falcon, and now it's Mouz. So maybe the problem isn't Mouz, but rather us trying to find a new villain. At the end of the day, why does anyone care about this? It's just a video game. Maybe just try love. Maybe the problem is us.
Yeah, you're right. Torzsi's AWP is here, but it's only going to be that first shot onto Magic before the penny drops. Torzsi looking for more. Oh, he's got another. Zatara is down! Racking him up! Farming him up! Stunning from Torzsi's AWP!
xertion able to hold it back! That is brute force!
Nah, fuck Mouz.